Merry Christmas, guys. We are 5 days out. I think a lot of people are getting Wednesday, Thursday, Friday off, so that's pretty cool. Man, I haven't been on here yapping in a while, so I figured I would hop on and share a little insight. Got it straight from the source while I was running. It's usually where I get all my inspiration for these videos from, working out or doing some sort of activity. Today I was running, but yeah, it's kind of tough sometimes. I think it's hard to get on here and consistently yap, and it feels like I'm just saying the same thing over and over again. And I've been trying to figure out new ways to get on here more consistently, because I feel like the just straight yapping videos are kind of boring sometimes. But then again, I was hanging out with a couple of friends the other day, and they were kind of hyping it up and saying that they like the videos, and sometimes they'll be sitting around and watch it and then get inspiration to go work out or be motivated in some capacity. So that's always nice to hear. So thank you guys for, if you do watch, thanks for shouting it out, keeping it going. But you got the Thanksgiving over with, Christmas is coming up, New Year's, all that stuff. Just remember that the harder you party, the harder you have to train to work it off. I can't even stress how hard it is to work off a week's worth of debauchery. Drinking, eating, just going crazy, eating whatever you want. It's like, you know what's funny is, like, while you're doing it, it doesn't actually compound right away. Like, you're like eating, you're drinking, you're being merry, you're doing whatever, you're just hanging out. And then all of a sudden, 2 weeks later, you just have this like fluff on you that you didn't have before. And it just comes so quickly, right? Like, we're all experiencing that. It definitely comes off much slower. I want to tell you that right away. Like, anyone who's tried to lose 10 pounds knows that you can gain it in like 2 weeks, but it's going to take like 5 months to lose. And I mean that in that, like, like, by the book. And this is just the way it is. And I'm going on a little rant right now, but this is the way weight loss actually happens in the real world. Because unless you are so locked in, you just have got to a turning point in your life, and you're so locked in, you're just like, all right, I'm just going to eat this many, I'm going to eat 1,200 calories a day or 1,400 calories a day or however many, whatever your number is. And you just stick to that, and you're just cyborg mode, and you eat the same meals every single day for 6 months. You know, it's not going to happen that way. Everyone's going to have a little fall off moment throughout the week. And I had someone left donuts in the break room, and I had 2 of those. And then that's going to set you back a little bit. And, you know, everyone that I know has experienced this. When you're trying to lose weight, let's say you're starting at 200 pounds and you want to get down to 190. You're going to, along the journey, along the 6-month period or a year period or however long it's going to take for you to actually achieve that goal. Most people, it takes much longer than just like 4 months because life happens, right? So you're going to experience, I am at 200, and then, I ate and drank water and food throughout the day, and now I'm at 202 at night. Oh shit, what the fuck? I was just at 200. And then the next morning, you're gonna wake up and be 199. And then, the next day the next week, your new low throughout the day will be like 198, but then you'll bounce back up to 202 again, and maybe even 203. And then, so your body's always fluctuating. It's not just, in the morning you weigh yourself and it's 200. And then if you weigh yourself at night, it's not going to just be a consistent, in this week I lost 1 solitary pound. If you are going to go about that route, you have to just weigh yourself once a week at a certain time of the day. That's like, but most people don't do that. When they're trying to lose weight, you'll hop on the scale random times of the week, random times of the day. And it's just kind of like, it turns into like crack. Like, you're just like, it's like a game, and it's kind of demotivating. So what I suggest is picking like a Monday and 6 a.m. or 7 a.m. or whatever time works for you. But if you are just trying to enact weight loss or weight gain, just stick to the same period, the same time of the day, and once a week, or every 2 weeks or something, and that's how you'll see the best results. But yeah, so we all know that no matter what you do, it's going to be a long process. And over the next like 2 weeks, is it worth it? That's my question to you guys. Is it worth it to, and there's a point to this. There is a point. I'm going to make it. Over the next 2 weeks, is it worth it to just, because people always say, oh, it's the holidays, I'm just going to, I've heard it, close to home too, Oh, I've said this myself. Oh, it's just holidays for 2 weeks. I'm just going to go crazy. And then, come January 1st, that's what everyone does. Oh, come January 1st, I'm locked in. And you already know most people are hungover as fuck on New Year's Day and end up blowing the first day, and then they start on the second, and that's just how it goes. But, and some people blow it out of the water and don't even start until like March, and then they never start. And don't be that person. But, so anyways, for the next 2 weeks, is it worth it to eat whatever you want, eat all the cookies, donuts, cake, pie, and turkey, and whatever the hell else you're going to eat? Is it worth it to go ham and eat whatever you want and drink and party and stuff for the next 2 weeks, and then feel gross on the first, and then have to work, get yourself back in shape and, do whatever you got to do? I mean, like, if you don't care about being in shape, then don't even watch this video. But this is for all the people who are dogs and who are grinding and trying to, get better and better every day. It's much easier to just, God help you, if you could just isolate it to 2 days. How amazing would it be if you could just, on Thanksgiving, isolate a day? This is my challenge to you guys. I try to do it myself. Sometimes it doesn't work, but most of the time it does work. I try to isolate things to one solitary day. Thanksgiving, this Thanksgiving, I kind of ate whatever I wanted. I had I try not to drink so many sodies, but the Cokes are good. Root beers are fire. I love them, but I don't drink them often at all. But Thanksgiving, I went crazy. I had like 3 bottled Cokes. They were so good, and ate whatever I wanted. And some people would be like, God damn, like that's not even a lot. But like it is for me. So with that being said, I try to isolate. If I'm going to drink alcohol or eat a lot of food and just kind of just forget about the day and just eat whatever the hell I want, have a good time, then that's it. The next day, I'm locked back in. I'm done. Whatever pie there was that I got, like, I'm throwing it away. I'm giving it away. I'm taking it to work. I'm giving it to people. Get it out of my sight, because the next day I'm locked in, and that's how we got to be. If you're going to maintain your physique year round, then you have to isolate things to one day. Christmas, let's say if you want to like go crazy on Christmas Eve and then wake up in the morning and eat whatever you're going to celebrate with friends and stuff, like isolate it to 2 days. I get it. Like, Christmas is a bigger day. New Year's is, could be New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. Like, that's only 4 days, right? Like, Thanksgiving, 2 days for Christmas, 2 days for New Year's, that's 5 days, right? 5 days out of the year. You have 360 other days to make it up. 5 days is not going to break you, but a lot of people don't do that. They go crazier than that. They, every weekend they're going out, going ham. And I used to be that person too, and it's not worth it. I'm telling you right now. The old saying, like, nothing tastes as good as skinny feels is, and I don't mean skinny, it's just the saying, but like fit or in shape. It's just really, honestly, nothing feels that good. And I'm not saying like go out and restrict yourself to where you're not happy anymore, but there is happiness in restriction and in discipline. And I hope that more people can find that. And also, here's another added benefit to eating healthy most of the time, is that you don't have to work out as hard all the time. It depends on what your goal is. If you want to run if you're sitting at like a 30-minute 5K and you want to run a 20-minute 5K, then yeah, hell yeah, you're going to have to work hard, right? You're going to have to like actually put the pedal to the metal at some point. But if you're just trying to like maintain fit and be able to just, go run around with the kids and run upstairs and all that kinds of stuff, like you don't have to like do that much. You know, I'd say like if you have a solid diet that works for you and you cut out sugar and sodies and alcohol and all that stuff and just limit it, then you'll probably be sitting around like good with like 30-minute workout 4 or 5 times a week. Probably be good. And I've seen that in my own life, you know, like some weeks I'm just sitting around like running, you know, I'll run for 25 minutes and that's it for the day. And then, you know, I'll do an hour workout in the gym, maybe 45 minutes, call it good. You know, me and Logan will do a 30-minute Peloton workout at home. They got cool classes and stuff. It's kind of interactive. I had to get dragged into it, but now I kind of love it. But you can do a lot with 30 minutes. And don't, as long as you're eating healthy, right? If you're eating moderately healthy, if you want to get optimal results and have abs and everything and not have to work out that much, like 30 minutes 4 or 5 times a week, then you're gonna have to like grind on the diet. You can kind of cheat the diet a little bit and kind of have cheat days and do more devious things if you grind in the gym, right? If you're hitting the gym like 5-6 days a week, hour and a half, like really going crazy, like you're going to CrossFit workouts and whatnot, you can kind of get away with cheating a little bit on the diet, right? I've done that too, where the saying where you can't out-train a bad diet, that is incorrect, because I have done it. I have had a terrible diet, and people can attest to this. I had, you know, abs growing out of the abs, but you have to grind at that point. You're doing like 2-3 workouts a day. Like, it's unsustainable, really. So you can out-train a bad diet, but it's going to be unsustainable. Now, if you lock in your diet, then your training will lock in with the rest of your life, especially if you're just, you know, an average Joe like the rest of us, where you're just like, you go to work, you get up, you spend 8 hours at work at least, and then you don't have and if you have kids and, you know, family and all kinds of other stuff, like, and other obligations, so you're not going to have that much time. Super tough to find time in the day to work out if you're also working and saving money and trying to, you know, provide for your family and stuff. That's going to be tough. So you're going to have to consider that time is of the essence. So you might as well maximize that time, eat healthy, and not have to work out as hard, if that makes any sense. And it really does work. But the sun's kind of going down, so I'm gonna wrap it up here. But going into the holidays, we're closing up the holidays here, going into the bigger one, Christmas here, don't go too crazy, because it's gonna come back. And if you've already been going crazy, then, you know, maybe eat a couple of healthy meals going into the you know, into Christmas here, and then start tapering off, because, you know, the New Year's is coming, and, you know, there's going to be 1 million people in the gym, and you're going to be one of them, and you already want to be in the gym. You already want to be locked in by the time the New Year comes around. So anyways, that's my tidbit for the day. Thank you guys for watching, and see you next time.